Hello YouTube fans, here again. I should say I'm back. That's right, I'm back. Talking movie news, talking politics and talking things on the way. Talking things on the way. Why not? Why not? So I thought I'd talk to you, the YouTube fans out there. Now if you can hear that outside, it's raining cats and dogs. I mean it's totally peeing it down. Hopefully you can't hear it, but it's bouncing all over the place. Lucky enough, I got out of Dodge, so I managed to wear my beautiful shirt and look beautiful and sexy, the good looking one, the Daily Mail one. So yeah, it's not been bad. Just been away for one day, that's all. And just keeping fit. Still down to use this. But let's have a little go. Have a little go. So I just thought I'd keep you up to date on things I'm planning on doing, things I'm planning on doing in the future, things I'm leading back at the moment, and so on, and things I'm doing in my everyday life. Now on Saturday, I'm seeing my mate. You may have seen him when I did me and Sam. Seeing him, whether we do a video is a different story, but we're just having a barbie. We're just going to have a barbie, have fun, have a couple of beers, have some burgers, some hot dogs, and just have a swell time. You know, life's short. Let's have a swell time. And yeah, we're going to have fun. We're going to just have some burgers and just have a really good time. Might as well. So I'm going to do that during the weekend. And think about other things on the way. I'm still doing my 80s marathon. It's a big fun for me to go back into films when films were worth something. When films were worth a shit. I said it. When films were worth a shit. So it's fun to go back, you know, into, let's say, the 80s. Like, the last night I watched Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Not seen that film for a bit. I love that film. It's one of them films now, and I remember saying this when I did a review on Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. I believe it or not, I was watching one of my old reviews. I very rarely watch myself that much. I mean, I do this for you, the fans, but I thought I'll watch myself. And I was looking at myself thinking, bloody hell, I was a lot thinner back then in the face. But I was watching myself when I did that review. And I do admit, even now it does make me sad because they don't make films like Indiana Jones and The Last Crusade anymore. They just do not make films like that anymore, and it's heartbreaking. You got damn good actors like Harrison Ford, another damn good actor, Mae West, Sean Connery. And when you think about it, it was sort of like a James Bond meets Indiana Jones because you get a lot of actors and actresses on the way who appeared in a Bond film. You had the actors who played Senna Fetz in A View to a Kill appeared as the Daredevil. And I always loved the ending to that because you always think he's going to get the Daredevil like he did in Raiders or Temple of Doom, and that's not the case. He falls to a death. So I thought it was like ballsy film, and I just loved the villain in it. I loved the bit where he chinks that thing, if it's going to give him immortality, and he ages, state effect, practical, how I miss them days. He says that line, "What's happening to me?" And he just blows up. I love it. I love it. I always loved the bit of the night says, he toast, poorly. And when I watched the review, I realised I made one error there. I said he chose wrongly. And it wasn't, it was he toast, poorly. So I sort of like that little touch. And it's like I said, it makes me sad that they don't make films like Indiana Jones and The Last Crusade. And no, I've no desire to watch a fifth Indy. I do not want to hear another more of the old man's jokes. I've heard ideas about it, and every idea sucks. It sucks big time. There's not really a lot of films I'm really fancy seeing at the moment. But yeah, it made me cry when you go back into films in that era and you see good films like that in today's era. You see a load of garbage. I have to say it. So it's just fun to go back and see action films with practical explosions, real stuntmen, how alone to see a real action scene, none of this CGI rubbish, what you see nowadays. How alone to see films like that. Anyway, moving on. So yeah, I'm still going to do my 80s marathon. And there's one thing that has peed me off when it comes to action films. I've read this article, right? And they're planning on remaking all the date action films from the 80s, right? They're planning on remaking, not making this up. I'm just hoping. I misread it. I'm hoping they're talking BS. I'm just hoping it is. But the way Hollywood is, I would not be surprised. I would not be bloody surprised one Blakey. So I've heard this rumour that they're planning on remaking all the Jake Atson films from the 80s. And I'm thinking to myself, why? Why are you wasting potential? Why are you wasting money trying to remake something from the past? It's the old saying, and I'm going to say it. If it's not broken, why fix it? If it's not broken, why fix it? Think about it. One of the posters had Robocop. Did they or did they not had to remake Robocop, which I call Robocock? So they did. We're going to get a what? An actor so wooden, it's unbelievable. They acted so over the top, unbelievable. Good actors in the film, racing the Giants. PC Fenley, which did not learn that mistake from Robocop 3. Trying to make it for kids, and even then it sucks. So to go on, Chocorito, that was a 1990 film, but look how bad that remake is. Stephen Farrell, miscast, couldn't act to save Diggity D. Actors just there because they look pretty. Action scenes, I've forgotten them, look like a video game. And then you get other Jake Atson films. I've seen it, right? There's even planning on remaking Predator. And I'm thinking, why? Why? The only two decent Predator films, in my eyes, and I mean it, my eyes, was Predator 1 and Predator 2. Predator vs Alien, saw it when it first came out, enjoyed it, but over the years, I've sort of been a bit, because of the rating, I felt it should have been 18, should have stuck to its 18 roots, so had a bit more blood and gore. The only bits I do like is it does have some practical effects. I like the fact they're in a tube. I like that idea. I just wish it was an 18 rating, had balls to the wall, more blood and gore, and you know what I mean? I just felt it had more of a kick to it. The second one, like on Erection, again, yeah, okay, it was a bit more fire, but the fact they made it so bloody dark, it's annoying. Predators just tries to be a copycat from the one with Arnold Schwarzenegger. All it does is just teach me the ears to want to watch the one with Arnold Schwarzenegger. So, in my eyes, the only two, I'm going to have to word right fence there, the only two decent Predator films is the original classic from 1987, being Predator, which I can't wait to get to that in the 80s marathon, and Predator 2 with Danny Duffer. They're the only two decent ones in my eyes. So why remake it when it's to a popular fan size and none of them really rubbed off that well? Why remake something what everybody still knows and it's still like today? Why remake things like Rambo, Demando? Why? I don't get it. Why can't Hollywood invest, spend that money in making new ideas, new movies, and look for new action stars, a new star, invest money in making something practical, not this CDR rubbish. I guarantee that do that, people probably get their seats more in the cinema to see something new, offensive, imaginative. Bloody hell, I'm thinking of big words today. But seriously, people would invest the time wanting to see that than another bloody remake. How many remakes have been successful? Come on, people, let me know. How many remakes have been successful? Yeah, you get one or two diamonds under the turds, but only a few. Only a few. But yeah, it's alright. I'm just hoping it's BS, that. I'm hoping it's BS. And then we get to Barbie, the movie. Barbie, the movie. Oh my God. Why not Action Man, the movie? Well, I was talking to this a few days ago, right? Just up on my mates. Would it be awesome to have Action Man, the movie, with dives with stars on, a proper man's movie, blood and gore, ultra firing? That's something I'd love to see. Instead, we get Barbie, the movie. Oh well. But I just thought I'd talk to you, let you know a few things I'm planning on doing, a few updates, put into them. Be smart, be safe, and I'll see you later.